How do we even start? Randa is one of my favorite humans. We're just gonna put that out there. In a world where I am super introverted and I don't have a lot of friends, I'm already gonna cry. Randa is one of the very few places I get to land. So I'm just super grateful for Randa. It's one of the places that I like let myself be really seen and vulnerable. So thank you for being that for me. And Randa's also my mastermind. So I just love serving Randa. She's an extraordinary leader. She's also the only person I'll ever sleep in the same bed with.
Because we're co-care bears.
I'm like so I'm like the person where like I have to sleep in my own bed. I don't want anyone near me. But when we go to retreats and you're at my retreats, we have to like share beds. And I'm like, Randa's the only other person I can have in my space.
Same.
That's deep
we're
friendship there.
Yes.
What were you gonna say?
Because we're safety kids. We're safety kids and Care Bears and all of the 80s references. We're just we're just sisters from different moms. Quite frankly.
Just so fun. So today's gonna be really fun because today we get to dive in and channel your book.
Yes.
Which, I mean, there's a lot of them, so we'll see which one decides to show up. I want to acknowledge, though, that Randa is doing a collaboration book. So she's a head author of a collaboration book. Do you want to just mention that really quick before we dive in and channel?
Yeah, and thank you for that. I think that's honestly where we're going to go today. We'll see. But yeah, so I am a head author in a book called Healing Through Broken Relationships, and it's a collaboration book with about 18 other authors. And we're going to have chapters from these amazing authors that range from divorce and marriage, business, moms and daughters. And so this book is just going to be really powerful in showing the resiliency that people do find in brokenness. And we're just using the mode of relationship to show that, because you can really be resilient in lots of ways, but we're using relationships to show that. It's just going to be really, really powerful.
Yeah, it's been so fun. So we're going to keep that open. If anybody here wants to join, we've got about 2 weeks left to this process. Anybody who fits the mold of you found your strength in a broken relationship, whether it was your relationship with God, with your husband, with your spouse, with your son, what was the gold that came from that brokenness? Those are the stories. So it's going to be such a good book. I'm so excited. And the people in it, holy cow, the people in this book.
Yeah.
The stories.
Yeah. I know. And we're 4 weeks in, and I think maybe 2 people have written their chapters. So, yeah, I'm a procrastinator.
Everyone is. That's how it goes.
I'm going to wait 1 more week. I know it.
That's how all of the collaboration books go. Nobody writes till like literally the last day. So, all right. So let's fill into this. Oh my gosh. I don't have my bowl. What's wrong with me today? Hold on. Okay.
Oh, Susan is here. Thanks, Susan. We love you both. We love you very much. We both love you.
We both love Susan. Susan, you gonna get in here? Are you gonna channel with me soon? Let's do
She's
that.
leaving. She has an appointment.
Okay. Well, I'll text you, Susan. I want you in here. Okay. So let's do some clearing of the energy. Take a nice breath in. Ooh, I like this sound today. This is a nice pitch.
That's my Heavenly Mother pitch.
Is
Yes.
Look at that coming in through for you. I love it, Randa. Okay, we're going to pour light through us all the way, clearing everybody who's here. Everybody here, we're just going to do this for everyone. That feels right. Everyone who's watching, we're just going to pour light through everyone who's present. From the top of our heads all the way down to our toes. Cleaning out anything and everything that's in the way, anything and everything that's blocking the heart. We're going to clear it all the way out, all the way down to our toes, cleaning all the way down to the center of the earth from the soles of our feet, just really pulling everything out. There we go. There we go. We're going to ask this light to move up and around our bodies, sealing it up at our toes to be an added form of protection to infuse and insulate our bodies with light. We're going to then call in our angels and the ascended masters who've been assigned to your book. Whatever book that's going to come through today, your work. So they've been assigned to your work, not just the book, but your work in a specific energy, and those who are here to support you in spreading the light that you spread. We're going to call them in, as well as anyone who's here to lead you, to guide you, to support you, and into the divine light, that this space will be held in light. You have 5 kids, I have 5 kids. We're going to ask that a miracle will occur where we have 30 minutes of silence.
Thank you.
10 kids, let's watch this miracle happen. All right, let's call that in. We're gonna invite your angels to really support us in receiving the book that needs to come through today. And we're gonna ask that light will touch our ears so we may spiritually hear what needs to be heard. That we can hear your book today. We're going to ask that light will touch our third eye so we'll have access to all of our spiritual gifts. We're going to ask the light will cleanse our lips, that we speak only what needs to be spoken. So taking one final breath in, landing deep in our body. There we go. We're going to then call in the book that we're here to work on today, because you have lots of books. So let's see which book's going to show up today. So we're going to call in the book that wants to show up first. So it feels like maybe we have a line. We might be going through a few of them. So which one wants to show up first? What are you feeling?
It's my children's book.
I know. I was fighting it. I was like, why are we bringing this one in? I was like, wait, this one's like complete. What are we doing? But yeah, it wants to come and be with us. So we're going to invite your children's book in. Oh, that's nice. It came in on a swing. That feels good. That feels right. So tell me, okay. So there's some noise around it. So we're going to clear out the noise and we're going to ask the book, what message do you have right now for Randa? What's the message?
I hear hurry up.
Yeah. It's like, it's time to stop trotting.
Well, all I'm waiting on is illustrations.
Right. So,
and he's waiting on me. So okay. That is.
So yeah. Is there anything that you could do to support the illustrator? Like, is there things that you need to be doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see what we can get from the book. So where are you stuck?
Okay, where I got stuck is I wanted a picture with my grandma and she got sick and I freaked out, and then when I asked her, can we get a picture together, she said, wait till I get my hair done. And so I've been waiting for her to get her hair done. And she's doing better, so that I'm not worried in that sense anymore, but like that stopped me. Yeah. And then, yeah, so the illustrator's waiting on some pictures of actual people to base her illustrations on. And so between that and that, so it's not hard. No. It just needs to be done.
So this is just where, I mean, you already know all this stuff, so I'm just going to say this for the people who are watching, right? Because you and I have worked so long together that like we just dance like this. Right. But this is where you get to use your angels and ask them like, hey, can you open up an hour today where it just works out perfectly, where I get a picture with my grandma today, right? Just like start using your team. Remember that analogy? I feel like I was coaching with you when this analogy came in. I swear it was. Maybe it wasn't. where I said, what if you came to my house and my house was a wreck, and I said, sit down, Randa, and I'm going to cook you this 7-course meal, even though everything's falling apart, and like kids are like hanging off the banisters, and you're like, can I just help? And I'm like, no, I got this. I got this. Like, please, can I help? No, I have this, Randa. And you're just like watching the mayhem. Your angels are that. They're like watching, and they're just like waiting. And you know this, right? Like, you know this. But sometimes we just need to remember, like, oh, like it's not all up to me.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So drop in your heart right now, and why don't you feel when are you to do this picture with your grandma? Let's just set it up right here, right now.
I feel like it's going to be a couple more weeks. And it's not, this picture with her is not pertinent to it being done.
Okay. Okay.
Like it's a last thing.
Okay.
But
cool.
the illustrations is like, that's really loud. That needs to happen today.
Yeah. So can you set up when you're going to do the pictures with her, just on the calendar? Like the book just needs to know that it's set. And then today, if you can sit with the illustrations, so let's just feel, and I want you to talk to the book. I want you to hear the book. Let the book show you, how are we going to get these illustrations alive today? What do you hear?
I need to send her some pictures, and I need to go take some pictures of the playground, which is the swings.
No, that's perfect. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So I need to go do that, and it's literally going to take me 30 minutes max. Okay. I need to do that today.
Okay. So just call in your angels, open up that time frame today. The book is saying, let this be fun. Yeah, like the book is just like, please just let this be fun. So like, I don't know, put your hair in pigtails or something and go on the swing today. Like, like pigtail it up and like go on the swing. Okay?
Deal.
Okay, like let's bring some of little Randa into this piece, and it'll make it so much easier.
Yeah, I always forget the fun. I always forget the fun.
Fun is so important. It's so important, especially with this children's book, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The book feels like, all right. Okay. Okay. So the book's like, throw me in a backpack and go swing on the swings and go down the slide. So I don't know, throw something in a backpack. And go.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. All right. That feels good. So we're going to wrap that book up. We got one book done. We got another one sliding in. Phew. All right. Well, you know which one this one is. Oh my gosh. There's something about this book, Randa, your book with your husband, that is royal. Like it's so holy. It's so sacred. And when it comes in, like when it came in for your husband the other day, like it's the same right now.
Okay. So this is what I just saw. I heard this analogy yesterday where we ask or dream big, but then we want our struggles to be really tiny. And so I just saw the genie from Aladdin's like, cosmic powers, itty bitty living space. And that's like what this book is. It's like, whew, and I'm just gonna sit in my itty bitty living space and not do anything with it because it's, well, I'm also just waiting. I'm waiting, and I'm like not giving any energy to it because I'm like, I can't. Yeah. I don't want to give any energy to it. I'm gonna just let it be his part. Yeah. Which isn't the way of it.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah.
So, okay, hold on. Thank you for being here with us in this beautiful, sacred book channeling session. And if you felt the stir in your heart that it is time for you to write your book, then I am so excited to tell you that I am going to give you my sacred creative process that allows authors to channel their books. Just click the link below in the description and you will have immediate access to learning the tools on how you will channel your book. So you have this way. I don't know if this is true or not, but we're just going to say this is true, okay? This is what I'm seeing. Do you have a way of making things feel really like beautiful? So it's like, I mean, I don't know if it's you who decorates or your husband, but it feels like you set the stage. Like you create the space, you create the beauty, you make it feel comfortable and safe. Is this true for you?
I don't decorate, but I do feel like emotionally, spiritually, I do create space.
Because that's what I'm seeing. It's like you create the space for your husband to come in and feel safe and to feel taken care of, right? So it has to show up right here with the book, right? So for those who don't know, your book is you writing your part of, why don't you share so that they get a context of this book?
Okay. So we talked about the collaboration book, so that's over there.
We got 3 books right now.
I have a children's book, which is about gifts, how everybody has gifts. And then I have this book with my husband because we were divorced and remarried to each other. And so we're writing our own experiences in a book together. And so I've been writing my part for like 7 years, and then I just handed it off to him in May. And I haven't been creating space for this for him. Yeah.
So it's not shame or wrong. It's just like, oh, cool. Yeah. That's how we get some energy activated. So let's drop into the book. And we're going to let this like really royal, powerful, beautiful book show up. And we're going to invite your book to show us anything that we need to see, hear, or feel. Anything that's going to help this book come through with more ease. So what I hear is like, that's just the wrong request.
Okay, I'll share what I saw.
What?
I'm a singer, and I've been telling this story about what this book is going to be for a long time to the people in the front 3 rows, and I'm kind of tired of it. I'm tired of talking about it, and I think they're tired of talking about it, but the people in the back haven't been able to hear. So I need to shout it back there. It needs to go further. And all I've been paying attention to is just the first 3 rows. Yeah.
And this like request for it to be easy is just like the wrong request. Like it's just like, no, it's just like the wrong request, right? Like the request is, what's the next step? What's the next step, right? Yeah. So, sorry, were you going to say something?
No.
Okay. So when you drop in with me, and we're just going to ask your book, what's the next step? What's the next step to get this book to the next landmark, to the next place on the trail? It's like a trail marker. How do we get to the next one?
I just hear like making an appointment of time and space.
So if you were to tap into your magical gifts, right? Just really tapping into your magical gifts. If every morning when you get up to do your sacred space, you give 5 minutes to creating the space for this book, right? Like really creating the space, creating the energetics for your husband to work on his part, but also it feels like while he's working on his part, you get to start speaking about this, right? Like this gets to start being, it gets to show up. Like I'm seeing it in like maybe some blog posts. I'm seeing it in like throwing it into some social media. Like it's like you get to start sending out the birthday celebration, like the invitations, right? Like you get to start putting out the invitations while the book is being created. The book doesn't want to come if no one's going to be there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you get to start really like, and it's interesting because it's like, you're tired of saying the same old thing. That's what you sound like you said, right? Like, I'm tired of saying the same thing to the first 3 rows. So now you get to drop it and be like, all right, God, then what new things do I share?
Yeah.
What's new, right?
Yeah.
There's just something about holding hands together, you and Aaron, like in Warrior. It's like Warrior for marriages. Like Warrior, like fighting for marriages. Like that's why this is so holy. Like that's why your book is so holy, because it is like a war cry to help people see what's possible, to help marriages as they're falling apart and breaking. So really, if you could feel that every day in your sacred space for 30 seconds to a minute, just bring back that warrior between like you and Aaron side by side, hands in, like holding hands, moving forward in this like fight for marriage. You feel that, it's going to automatically put fire into the book.
Yeah.
What are you present to? Where are you at?
Just how much this message is getting dinged, like, and it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit scary to be like a warrior for marriage, because it's not perfect. And it's hard.
Yeah.
And I don't know, people see that we got remarried and it's like, oh, isn't that so great? And it's like, yeah, it's freaking hard. It's still freaking hard to stay married now. And we've been remarried like 8 years, and it's still, it's just like there's a new hard.
So here's where, this is just my deepest belief, is that if you guys had it all together, right? Where you're like, we got remarried, and I mean, it's just the best. Like every day is like a honeymoon, and
Rainbows and butterflies.
We just like every day I look in his eyes and I'm like, best damn day of my life. You know what I mean? Like if you wrote that, every person who was struggling would be like, burn that book. I hate it.
Yeah.
Right? Like no one who's struggling wants to hear that. Okay? So the fact that you're honest, the fact that you're real, the fact that you don't have it all together, you'd be like, but we just show up every day. We show up as warriors for this marriage that we believe in. Well, guess what? Now someone who's struggling actually has a seed of hope. Okay, so like it clears out the lie that we have to have it all together to be able to guide.
Yeah.
Nobody has it together. I don't have it together. I guide all day long. I for sure don't have my life together.
Yeah.
You know this. You see me, right? Like this is just, but like, who does? But those are the people that we want to learn from, because we're like, wow, even in the mess, they're showing up.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so the book, it's like, it's coming in, something's coming in loud. So drop in. You're super gifted. You might just see what's coming in, but it's like, Okay. So we should just preface this for everybody watching. Anytime you and I channel, it's always Disney movies. Which makes me love you so much. Every time we channel, I receive visions only through Disney movies, which just proves of how magical Randa is. She's just a walking Disney princess. Okay, so what I saw just now, did you ever see that Pixar short film with the volcano and he's singing the song and
yes,
and she's underneath the water listening and he's just like, where is she, and then his volcano dies and she erupts and she's like, where is he, and then at the very end they come together.
Yeah,
it
I
feels
love you.
Oh, I love that. I love it. It's
Yeah.
so beautiful. So what I'm seeing is like, that's like, this book is that. It's like both of your stories of how you were kind of calling out to each other and you couldn't meet each other and then you finally did, and then how you get to be this book is to be that for people reading it, how they get to see like the individual solo parts of calling out and then how they can actually unify together.
That's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just drop in again. We're just going to wrap this book in so much love. This holy, sacred book, a warrior for marriage, a warrior for love. Is there anything you want to share with the book before we thank it and move forward?
Just my commitment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speak it out loud. Speak out loud the commitment that you're going to make every day to spend with it, just so it hears you.
I am spending 5 minutes every morning in bringing in ease and the lava. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be calling in the lava of this book every morning and holding space for Aaron.
Beautiful. And sharing it and sharing the message.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay. We're going to wrap that book in so much love. Hand that over to the divine, your angels. We're going to pour light through you, wrapping you in love as you are a vessel for all of these really powerful messages to come through. Thank you, Randa, for being who you are.
Thank you.
Such a joy. I would play all day like this. Thank you for playing with me today. If you loved this video, then I invite you to come over with me right here and watch a few more of my book channeling sessions. Join me as I sit with authors and we channel through books that are here to transform humanity. I think you're going to love them.